Imagine sitting in a metal tube deep under the ocean. The lights flicker, the air is thick with sweat and diesel. You've been underwater for days. No radio contact, no idea what's happening above you. Suddenly, explosions shake the hull. The crew freezes. Are those practice charges? Or is the war already here? It's October 1962, the Cuban Missile Crisis. The United States and the Soviet Union are pointing nuclear weapons at each other. The world knows it's close to war. What the world doesn't know is that one Soviet submarine is now trapped beneath American ships. The US Navy drops depth charges around it not to destroy it, but to force it to surface. The problem is simple and terrifying. The submarine crew doesn't know that. From inside, it feels like an attack. The submarine is overheating. The ventilation barely works. Carbon dioxide rises. Men are dizzy, exhausted, scared. Tempers flare. The captain believes war may already have begun. And this submarine isn't just carrying torpedoes, it's carrying a nuclear one, a weapon powerful enough to trigger a chain reaction of retaliation that could end civilization. Inside that submarine, the protocol is brutal. To launch the nuclear torpedo, 3 senior officers must agree. The captain wants to fire. The political officer agrees. 2 out of 3. 1 vote remains. That vote belongs to a man named Vasily Arkhipov. Arkhipov is not a dramatic hero. He's calm, quiet, tired like everyone else. But he hesitates. He asks a simple, dangerous question. Do we actually know that war has started? No confirmation, no orders, just explosions outside and panic inside. The captain argues that they are under attack. That honor demands a response. That if they are going to die, they should take the enemy with them. Arkhipov says no. In that overheated steel coffin, surrounded by men who believe they are already at war, he refuses to agree to launch a nuclear weapon. He insists they surface. He insists they verify. He insists on uncertainty, in a moment when fear demands certainty. The argument is tense. Voices rise. The pressure is unbearable. But in the end, Arkhipov holds his ground. The submarine surfaces. And the world doesn't end. The American ships don't attack, they signal. The crew realizes the depth charges were warnings, not weapons of war. The submarine withdraws. The crisis above water continues for days, but the silent, irreversible step into nuclear war is never taken. What's haunting about this story is not just how close we came, it's how invisible the moment was. No speeches, no dramatic broadcast, no global alarm bells. The fate of millions hinged on a single human nervous system, under extreme stress, choosing restraint over reflex. This wasn't a supercomputer calculating probabilities. This was a human brain, under heat, noise, fear, and exhaustion resisting the most powerful emotional impulse there is, to strike back. History books often talk about leaders and treaties, but sometimes history turns on a private argument in a dark room where nobody is supposed to make mistakes. And here's the uncomfortable twist. This near apocalypse didn't happen because systems worked perfectly. It happened because systems failed, communication broke, assumptions filled the gaps, fear took over, and one person didn't follow the emotional script of the moment. If Arkhipov had been a little more tired, a little more angry, a little more convinced that war had already begun, the story of humanity could have ended there, quietly, underwater. We like to imagine that the world is saved by grand strategies and brilliant plans. But sometimes, it's saved by hesitation, by doubt, by someone choosing not to press a button when every nerve in their body is screaming that the enemy already has. And that means the most dangerous moments in history may not look dramatic at all. They may look like silence, a pause, one person breathing in a dark room, deciding that the world is still worth not ending today.